Hello, everyone. I still have a smile on my face, as you can see from the show. It was a great show. I enjoyed it immensely. It exceeded my expectations. Duran Duran were my favorite band in my formative years, and the songs that they recorded early in their career, the early stuff, the stuff where it was all five of them together, everything from Planet Earth through A View to a Kill. I think all of that stuff is great. I mean, well, it's either good or really good or great. Okay, so I still have that opinion about their early work. I thought they fell off a little bit at some point, but they kept going, and it's pretty amazing. They're still together all these years later, even though they're not all. It's not all of them, unfortunately. Guitarist Andy Taylor is not with them. He wasn't with them anyway, but he's also ill with stage 4 prostate cancer, which is something I've been praying for. And but anyway, I went to the show expecting to have fun, but it exceeded my expectations. And I wanted to say that just to put everything in perspective. The video the short that I put out there with me heckling Simon in a bit of perspective. That was good natured heckling. I want y'all to know. I really don't hold it against Simon that he was, that he decided to he's decided to make it a fixture of this tour, where he dedicates the song "Ordinary World" to the people of Ukraine, and as a couple of you have pointed out to me, he does say the people of Ukraine. He doesn't say anything about how they need to we need to arm them, and how they need to win, how they need to beat Russia, and or anything like that. Just that they're suffering, and I mean, fair enough. My impression, though, is that I don't think that Simon and many other, pop stars and movie stars who have weighed in on this, I doubt that they know that, Ukrainians have been suffering since 2014. That people who lived in the East, who wanted to break away from Kiev, were being attacked, were being shelled. Thousands died. In starting in 2014, after NATO got the Maidan thing going, interfered in everything for, transparently interested purposes, using Ukraine as a proxy state. I don't think Simon thinks in those terms or knows about that kind of stuff. So, when I heard that it was a part of the show, I'd read some reviews, and I'd read how he was doing this Ukraine speech, and so I knew I was going to have to, I would have to do something on video for that, just like for the lulls, but also because I wanted to just beat that message back a little bit, in my own impotent way, as some nobody in the cheap seats, uh, you know, yelling things at a world-renowned millionaire, rock and roll star, international sex symbol. Um, just the typical low status male kind of plan of attack, I guess. And it was intentionally troll. I was trolling by saying things like, "Yay Putin, go Russia," because that's not my stance either. I'm not pro Russia per se. I know that Russia has a side in all of this, and that when they invaded Ukraine, it wasn't just an unprovoked attack. That it was much more complicated than that. That this is a territorial struggle that's gone on for a long time, and so the only really shorthand way to do that would be to troll, to take on the persona of somebody who's avidly pro Russia and wants Russia to just go in and bust heads and stuff. But of course, that's not how I feel about it. I know that the Ukraine thing is like it's a trendy thing. It's like put the Ukraine flag on your avatar, or it was trendy. I mean, I don't know if is it the new thing now? Has it been replaced with a new thing? I don't know. But anyway, I felt that I just had to do that. I had to get some footage of me heckle. I just thought it was funny. I thought the idea of me heckling Simon LeBon was funny, and I think it is funny. I like it. I like it. If you don't like it, that's fine. But I like. I'm satisfied with it. I like how it went. But I do want to. I did want to say that it was not something like it was a momentary thing where I was playing this character just to counteract this what was implied in this message. And again, you're right, he didn't say anything about military action, but it seems like it's sort of implied. It's sort of what gets layered on top of every pop star, every celebrity who says something like that. What gets layered on top of that is, Ukraine is are the good guys. Ukraine are the underdogs. We need to support them. We need to help them. That seems to be, and that's like it's this neoliberal interventionist message that I just do not believe in at all. So, but once that moment was over, I went right back into fan mode, and as I said, the show was great. It was so much fun, and the in fact, I was sort of I was looking forward to it. And by the way, if you want to know more about me and my Duran Duran fandom, please go to my Substack page. I've referred I referred to it in the community section on my YouTube channel, but I wrote a part one, and I'm going to continue that now. But it was all in anticipation of seeing them again, 34 years after I saw them last. I was expecting it to be fun, and I thought it would be a good show, but I thought it would be more of a like, yeah, okay, it's nice they're still together, but they're old now, and this is like a trip down memory lane. Remember when they were young and vital, but it really was. I didn't, it didn't leave me with that feeling, even though they are, undoubtedly older now, just like we all are, just like all the fans were. It was really something to be walking into that venue and just part of you expects to see, the young girls with new wave hairdos, and boys with mohawks or whatever. If there are any boys that would go to a Duran Duran show in the 80s, like as I speak of in my article, it was not easy being a male Duran Duran fan in the 80s, in the early years. At some point along the way, it became okay to like them. But you expect to see, part of you is still in the mode like, hey, this is Duran Duran. It's 1984. This is her 1985. They're like a band that young girls like, and so the audience is going to be a certain way. And then you go in, and everybody else looks like you. Everybody else is, uh, you know, average to below average looking. Not everybody else, but a lot of it's like white people from the suburbs. Average looking, maybe a little bit overweight, but they're back in the day they were fans, and or a lot of them were, and they've got their gear. They're wearing their T-shirts and stuff, and it was sort of incongruous. It was weirdly incongruous. It was like, walking around. I even took a video. You just walking around in between acts before Duran took the stage, and it was like, this is what Duran Duran fans look like today, and and it was like, I don't know, just the tamest group of people, like people in their 40s and 50s, not like a young, vital, new wave punk looking crowd of youngsters. But that's what happens. We all get older, except those of us who die. The rest of us all get older. So anyway, I was expecting the show to just be like a bittersweet kind of thing, like, remember the old days. Yeah, this is fun, but remember the old days when it was really fun. But it was really fun. It didn't make me pine for the old days. It was like, wow, these guys can still put on a show, and they still have a ton of energy, and they still are very talented. They were always talented, even though they were, the critics turned up their noses at them and said they were just a bunch of talentless pretty boys, that sort of thing. Nobody took them seriously in the 80s as musicians, or took Simon LeBon seriously as a lyricist. But I saw them for who they were, for I saw the value in their music, and I still do, and I feel very happy to have attended the show in the ATL, my former hometown. So that's it. Just wanted to give that little epilogue of my experiences and let everybody know the context of my heckling of Simon LeBon, which is, if you haven't seen it, it's a short that I posted on this channel and on my backup channel. It didn't go viral the way that some short videos really go viral. Some are just dead in the water, and this one was kind of somewhere in between. Some people watched it, but it didn't really catch on. But anyhow, I thought I would talk about it anyway. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon.